Chapter 7. The Flood. I have found you righteous in this generation. Verse 1. The Lord then said to Noah, Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. NIV. That Noah was righteous means he immediately obeyed as soon as the word fell on him. We must not hesitate. He said that when we have stood perfectly, correctly before God, blessing comes on this earth. Noah did all that the Lord had commanded him. Verses 2 through 5. Of every clean animal, you are to take 7 couples, and of the animals that are not clean, 1 couple. Also of the birds in the air, take 7 couples, in order to preserve their species throughout the earth. For in 7 more days I will cause it to rain in the earth, 40 days and 40 nights. I will wipe out every living thing that I have made from the face of the earth. Noah did all that Adonai ordered him to do. CJB. Noah obeyed God's commands until the end. God already determined his will and fulfilled it even before Noah built the ark. The Spirit inside us is the ark. By the Word, having been led by the Holy Spirit, we go inside of Jesus. With him went into the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Verses 6 through 10. Noah was 600 years old when the water flooded the earth. Noah went into the ark with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives because of the flood waters. Of clean animals, of animals that are not clean, of birds, and of everything that creeps on the ground, couples, male and female, went into Noah in the ark, as God had ordered Noah. The ark is the Spirit inside us. To Noah, the flood was salvation, but to those who are outside the ark, the flood was judgment. If we receive him, Jesus becomes our ark, our salvation. So God asks why we don't believe. If we believe and receive, we have salvation. If we do not receive, we die. Hence, due to Jesus, there are those who live and there are those who die. Floodgates of the heavens were opened. Verse 11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the 2nd month, on that day all the springs of the great deep burst forth, and the floodgates of the heavens were opened. NIV. Springs of the great deep burst forth. This is the hidden grace of God to be given to the children who receive salvation. Floodgates of the heavens were opened. God pours and spills out heaven's treasures, heaven's secrets open. This means there are those to whom the secret will be shown. The Lord shut him inside. Verses 12 through 16. It rained on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On that same day Noah entered the ark with Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, Noah's wife and the 3 wives of his sons accompanying them. They and every animal of every species, of all the livestock of every species, every animal that creeps on the ground of every species, and every bird of every species, all sorts of winged creatures. They went into Noah in the ark, couples from every kind of living thing that breathes. Those that entered went in, male and female, from every kind of living being, as God had ordered him. And Adonai shut him inside. CJB. All animals and people who went inside the ark are those whom God fished out from judgment. God looked upon the animals, that is, saints, who were not yet trimmed and changed into the human image, and sent them into the ark as well. This means that he had a plan of salvation. With not even the slightest of errors, God draws out the ones who are in his plan of salvation. All the high mountains were covered. Verses 17 through 22. The flood was 40 days on the earth. The water grew higher and floated the ark, so that it was lifted up off the earth. The water overflowed the earth and grew deeper until the ark floated on the surface of the water. The water overpowered the earth mightily. All the high mountains under the entire sky were covered. The water covered the mountains by more than 22.5 feet. All living beings that moved on the earth perished: birds, livestock, other animals, insects, and every human being, everything in whose nostrils was the breath of the Spirit of life. Whatever was on dry land died. CJB. All the high mountains were covered. This means that the temple in which God dwelled was all covered with water. God let down a disaster onto his temple. Because all of the earth was corrupt in his sight and filled with violence, judgment rested upon it. Wiped out every living thing on the face of the earth. Verses 23 to 24. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out. People and animals, and the creatures that move along the ground, and the birds were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. NIV. We mustn't think of heaven and hell just as places where one goes after the death of the flesh. We must notice the truth that division exists in the present time as well. God doesn't give chances when it's already the end, but tells us that our chance is now.